Hi there everyone, welcome back to another one of my demonstrations. So today I'm going to do a little seascape. It's more a skyscape really. I'll just let you see it. So I hope you can see that alright. This is one I've just finished and I've just taken it from memory. It was one that I did a while ago. So let's get started and we'll have a wee bash at this. So it's nice sort of turquoisey blues, and I'm just going to show you what's on my palette at the moment. So what I've got here is a little bit of titanium white, and I've got phthalo blue, ultramarine and viridian green here. I've got some raw umber to give me a nice greyish colour, and I've got magenta, and I've got a cadmium yellow hue, so it's nice and rich, that one. Okay, so we'll get started. So I'm just going to use my big brush first to get a bit of coverage. So I'm just going to go in there, get a little bit of on there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with my white, and I've got a little bit of oil here. A little bit of my white. This is water-based oils, and my white is actually oil, so that's why I'm using a little bit of oil with it. So I'm just going to put a tiny little bit of viridian into that just to give me a nice kind of aqua blue, which is quite nice. Okay, so I'm just going to start right away getting quite a lot of that on my board. That's on my ground colour. That's a wee bit more greeny, but that's okay. Lots of blue and white into that. And a little bit of oil helps it to spread a bit. Believe it or not, this is a little bit of oil that I had. It's where is it now? It's a little bit of styling oil for hair, which I've ran out of my linseed oil, but this seems to be working great. It's given me a nice flow. And all these YouTube channels with showing you all the mediums that you can use, it's totally acceptable. It keeps the pigments in, so it's absolutely alright. I've been doing that many paintings lately, I've used it all up, so this is quite good to get another bit to let me get on with this. So just be as quick as I can with that. And I'm just totally mixing the blue, that's my phthalo blue, my white, and a little bit of viridian. Just a tiny wee spot of the viridian though, because it's quite strong. You don't want it looking totally green. So I'm going to be putting colours over there, so I'm alright with leaving that like that. Now usually the first thing that I do in a picture is get my horizon in, so I don't really need to do that on this one, but just to give me a wee bearing where we're going with it. So I'm going to use a little bit of the phthalo with the raw umber, and that'll just make it a little bit stronger for me. So I want a great big low sky, so I don't need much land at all, so I'm just going to go somewhere around about here. And I'll just check in a minute, that brush is a bit soft, I'll just check that in a minute. If that's the same at both ends. Yeah, that brush is too soft for that. Don't know if this one's much better, but I'm sure I did the last one with this, but that was a tiny little picture. More of that oil. It's so good, that oil, it just helps to get a nice flow. As long as you're using water-based paints, it's fine. The oil, and I'm sure it's fine with the oils as well. Right, So what I'm going to do is go into my bigger brush now and start getting some white. This is a titanium white, and if I spread a little bit of that out there with a little bit of the green for now, that gives me a little kind of minty colour going on here. I've just cleaned all my brushes so they're quite soft at the moment. I've just literally finished that other little painting just before this. Quite nice, this big brush. We're getting sweeps in the sky and getting a lot of coverage quite quickly as well. So I'll need to get another one though, it's getting a bit soft, it's been well used. I just watch with the big brushes too, you do get hairs coming out of them sometimes. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit of the blue round about that just to show it up. That's a bit darker, that blue, and that's good. This is a phthalo blue I'm still using. Make sure all the board gets covered. I'm going to get near the other colour, so got little bits of yellow coming through my green there, which is quite nice. Which you do see in the sky. I'm just making sure I've no hairs. And as I said before, I've got magenta out, so I'll be mixing that with some of the blues to get nice violets in it as well. So let's see now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just use another brush now and start getting some of my sky up there, the darker colours, and then I'll go back and work down there. That's just a base at the moment. So I want to get a little bit of my phthalo and the brown and just start off putting it in quite sharp up there. It'll just fall into the other colours anyway. It gives you nice little grades. And it's good just to pick up some of the greens now and again and just let some of them come through. Once you've got your colours on the palette, you can pretty much go for what you want. This is just an idea. So I'll go back to that because I want to put some pinks and things in there as well. I don't really want it coming down as far as that, but because it's wet I can do that, so that's fine. And I want a little bit more green in there. Keep it nice and light though. So that's fine. The more blending in the sky the better, because the more smoky it looks, so that's fine. Now I want to get some of these colours over here. Now I'm not going to bother cleaning my brush because what I'm going to do here is I've got a little bit of green still on my brush, and if I mix a little bit of green and I put it straight on there like that, and if I put a little bit of magenta in with that as well, that green and that magenta turns into a sort of a grey, but you still see the wee pinks coming through it. So I'll just show you that in a minute. There you go. And I can lighten them. And because I'm mixing more than one colour there, I can use a bit more of the pink and a bit more of the green just when I need it. And I'm going to use a little bit of the raw umber. Raw umber's a nice cool brown, so it gives you a grey and it's quite nice for getting in and darken some colours without it being too strong, so that works as well. So a little bit more of this, just a bit darker up here, showing my pinks through. Almost looks like purple, kind of grey purple, which is quite nice. So just at the ends of that I'll take, I can use my big brush with the blue on it and just dip into the white and just put some of this up here. Now I'll not be wanting this to be pure white because I'm going to be putting a big sort of master one there. Just base that with some whites now just to get a wee sort of cloudiness going on there. can do this with a sponge as well, I suppose. Right, so I'm still using my brush with the pink and the green on it, and I'm going to put another little bit in here. So I'll leave a wee mark for that because now I can see that I need to go back and put a little bit of those sky colours back in there. So that's why I left it like that, because you don't know what you're doing, it's just what you're going to need. You can move it around, and it's quite nice as well just to go in with little bits in between some little gaps like that, so you get a bit of grey and the blue sky going on, and you can go in now and again with little bits of strong green like that. I always call it a minty green because as soon as it hits the white it goes kind of minty looking green. And then you've got the phthalo blue, so your blue sky will always be coming in to bits of it as well, so just get a wee balance of your colours about. I'll be putting more white over that as well, so there we go. So just keep a wee balance of that blue coming back in now and again, don't lose that. I don't want it to look too green, although it's lovely the green. Right, so I'm back to doing the purple, well the pink I should say, with the green. It gives me my fluffy darker clouds there. Now what you can do with that as well is, without cleaning your brush too much, just to get a wee bit light on it, I've just put little bits of white on the end of my brush, even though it's not clean, because if I put that white there and then another little bit of pink, it will show up the wee sort of fluffy pinks a bit more, and it shows up the nice blues in between, so that's quite nice. Same there, just get some of your pinks in between that just to keep that going there. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is try and get my big sort of master one in here. So I'm just going, this brush is, I'll just use this brush actually, and I'm just going to use a little bit more oil on my brush and a little bit of raw umber and a little bit of phthalo. That'll be nice and dark, the phthalo blue. So I'm just going to come to about here and just get a couple of wee markers. I want it to be sort of going round there a little bit, and a few more wee interruptions there. So I want to get quite a big dark bit here. So I'll just put my phthalo blue and my raw umber in here at the moment. There'll be other colours going on this, the pinks will go on this as well, and the greens, everything goes on this actually. So just before I go any further, you can do this with a brush, or I'll just do it with a brush. I do quite a lot in the sky with my fingers, so I want to get a few more greens popping in and out there, and I also want to get a few more little blues as well, just popping round about there. I'm just putting a wee bit of blue on with my finger now, just to, so I want the wee spaces in between to show them off, and a little bit of, you can do this with a finger, I'm just saving time here as well, plus it gives you a nice wee sort of cloudiness there. If you get something darker, it shows off these lovely lights coming in between. Might just put that up there a little bit more just so that you can see the lights, and just a little bit more of it a bit higher there as well. And what I'll do is put some of the green, so I'm balancing all the colours all the way through. It's very wet, so in a lot of bits it works, and a lot of bits it's nice to go back in, but you can do your own thing on it. So you've got the grey going on there, I'm just going to put a little bit of the green. And I quite like that little bit of light going in there, so I'm just going to leave that. So just to bring it back into the colours that I'm using, get a wee bit of blue in there as well. Okay, so far so good. So I want to get more of these nice light greens down here now. So I'm just going to go back and use my big brush and get more oil and a bit of this white and then a little bit of, I'm going to put white on it first. Take it right up against it. It's quite like that wee powdery blue. So it's nice to get the wee powdery blue first before you put your green on it. So I'm just going to put a little bit of the green now. This is the viridian again. And I just use my fingers to blend a lot of that in. So I want it a wee bit light and I want it a wee bit green. I'll have a bit of balance of it over there. So I'll probably have another wee cloud in there as well. Okay, so just before I do anything else, just to save time, I'm going to put this brush, it probably won't go on pure white, but I'm just going to use my big brush with some white, and I'm just going to put, yeah, it's not bad. It's quite dry, that's how it's working. This is my big sort of master one here. So just watch you don't put it dead centre, just kind of keep it off the centre a bit. So you can put some of the clouds over there a bit. And what I did with this one as well, I liked this wee bit of light coming in here. And I just kind of swept it up. So wee sweeps like that. And this is a good brush for doing that too. Now I'll be putting other colours on that, so I just want to get it a good base on it now. So filling it up a little bit more. And I still want my sky to come through, so I'm going to interrupt that hopefully if I don't pick up. Watching that cloud, that's good. So the other thing that I did with that as well, used a lot of brushes with this. The other thing I did, I'm going to use a round brush now, and I've got a lovely cadmium yellow hue, and it's lovely and rich. It's very, very strong. So I'm just dipping into a little bit of that and putting some just on some of my whites, letting it sink in a little bit. Saves it from being too stark, and it's quite nice. It gives it a wee bit warmth there as well. So maybe go back to that. And then you can highlight some of the whites a little bit more in between them. So I'll go back to that. Okay, so I'm just trying to do this quite quickly so that I'm not doing another session of it. I think it should be alright to get this in. So I'm going to get a good base here of the sky in now, just to finish this off. You can do as much or as little as you want in the sky, it's entirely up to you. Sometimes less is better. So I'm going to just put tiny little bits of the blue back in there. So that I don't get lines. Sometimes the sweeps are nice, but just blend it in. And you can use a little bit of white as well. The white kind of soaks into your board. Right, more of that white there. I want to keep it quite light at the bottom because we're coming down the bottom. But it's nice to, in between this and this being light, just get a wee darker blue just sort of come in between it. And it's kind of, at the moment it looks like big sweeps. Got a wee bit more room in this board to do that than I did in the other board. So you can do what you like with it really. It's just quite nice to see how it's going to turn out when you're working away with it. You've just experimented some of the times with the sky. A little bit more of this blue. So what I'm going to do here, although I'm using a bit of the blue here, I'm going to get in there with a little bit of my magenta on my brush there and get a nice pink. Sweep that up and that'll match those pinks that's up there. Put a few more on there. And I did say I was going to put some up here as well, so that's lovely next to the green. Now what I'll do with that, I'll put a little bit of the brown into that and the green just to keep that a wee bit darker. If all the kind of dark ones are coming from the side, it shows up these lights better. Right, so jumping about here a bit, but that's okay because you get different wee things going on. So there's a nice wee dark bit there as well. So remember, this is all sky right down to here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get some fresh white out actually, because I've been dipping into my white quite a bit. What I'm going to do here is just try and get some bases in here now. I'm just going to put that on with my finger, it's a bit easier to get it on now. My brushes are rather soft because I've been giving them a good clean. So what I'm going to do here is put a little bit of the minty colour across there first. Once you get that in, you kind of see that that's the colour, that's quite nice. You can see that that's some of the colours you want to be a bit stronger in there, so you would just be using your white and your viridian green and just getting a few more of them in. And there's quite a bit of white down there, so I'm just going to put that on and out, quite light. Once you put the white on, it basically mixes in with any of your other colours and it just makes them a bit more smoky there. Try and get a bit of that white sweeping up a wee bit more because it seems to be a lot of big sweeps in this one. That's the way it's turned out. So I'm going to keep the sides for a little bit darker. What I'm going to do, I'm getting into some mess with paint. I need to clean up a bit before I go any further. What I'm going to do now is get some darker colours with my blue. This is a phthalo blue again, and I'm just going to put a bit of green with it. I'm going to get a nice kind of stronger greeny blue. Once you get the contrast of this going, it makes your sky look better, and it's actually good to get it in pretty quick because it lets you see what else you want to do to the sky, if you want much more on it or not. Now because I'm sitting at an angle here, just so that you can see it, it's hard for me to tell if that's really straight, so what I'm going to do, I'll show you a wee thing that you can do just to make sure that it is straight. Now that's the green going through there, so that's fine. Just take your blue and make it a little bit darker now. I'll probably flatten that out, but this is a way that you can check if it's the same at both ends. Just go like that, top to bottom there, hold your finger on the brush, check somewhere in the middle, it's the same, it's the same, and it's the same. Maybe just a wee hairline there. Yeah. So there you are, that's how you do that bit. So this gives me, if I put quite a bit of white going on down here now, just to sort of base it, that gives me quite a nice wee platform to put my other colours on that I see in the sky. But just remember, this light will be sort of down the centre of it, so it's quite good to get that in. Once I've got some of this on, I can spread it with my big brush that's got colours in it, but I just want to get a good base of it in anyway. So they can be quite quick, these pictures, or you can do a base on it like this today and then go back another day and do a lot of wee tweaks and do wee scallops and things on your, that's what I usually do, wee scallops and things like that and highlights on some of the clouds. And it's nice to go back in when it's a bit drier as well. So get a nice wee, a lot of colours going on there. So I'm going to get some of the pink here. I'm going jumping about again, but I've just seen something in that big cloud that I want to get some pinks into that. That's quite nice. That keeps that pink going that's in the picture. There's a little bit more there. It doesn't need to be that noticeable all the time, but it's just nice to break into that. It also makes your cloud look a bit more fluffier as well. And you can do just a couple of wee pinks, get into some of the whites there, which is quite nice. And then I've got a little bit of the pink still on my brush, so I'm going to add a bit more white with it now and just get a few more wee sort of fluffier clouds going up here. And you can always put wee fluffy ones in and out of there as well at any time. As I say, I would go back to that and do some more of that. So I'm going to use my big brush now, and I'm going to go back to the bottom here. I've got a lot of white going on down here now, so maybe while my brush is kind of semi-clean, I can put some of the little pinks coming in. That'll be reflecting off some of these, and then I'll have some pinks off of there, reflecting off of there. So it goes, these colours go lovely with the, that's a kind of base, but they go lovely with the greens as well. So I want to reflect this dark tone on here. So I'm going back to my phthalo blue now, and I'm bringing some of that in right up against the pinks and the greens. And I'll just work with this first to get this going. So this is a sort of pinky colours. Here's your sort of violet, a bit more of the pink. So you can do whatever you like on the beach. You can either just make it look water and reflect the colours on it, or you can start putting wee sort of rocks and things in. It's entirely up to yourself. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take another brush, and I'm going to take the raw umber with the blue, which is quite dark. This is the phthalo blue and the raw umber, and I'm just going to do quite a lot of dark. I've still got quite a bit of white there going, but what I want to do is, if I put it on quite thick like that first, that lets me move that around a bit. And you would do this if you've got quite a lot of colours going on, especially if there's a lot of light, I should say, underneath. And then put little bits of green on it as well. You just need to watch it doesn't mix into that white too much. So what I'm going to do now, just make sure my brush is nice and dark. And pull some of that. Some of the greens will come through as you do that as well. I want a wee bit of the minty green. Should stop saying that. It just reminds me of mint. It's so bright. Like that. That little bit stronger. Some dark to come in. Now, what I did see on this picture as well just down here somewhere. Get a little bit of light, and if I bring in a little bit more of those yellowy tones there, just as a base, they work quite well too. So I'm going to put some dark colours down here. This bit's dry, so I'm going to put some darker blues and greens. This guy's quite dark up there too. And anything dark that you put on like that just enhances those wee lights in between. So you're not reflecting them totally, you're just putting wee impressions of the dark through that area. Now this is quite light, so I'm going to have to get in here quite heavy with this. Right, I'm going to get into the other side now with some of my dark blue and get this quite dark here. This phthalo blue is nice and dark and it's lovely with the brown and the green. It gives you all those tones. So I'd like to make the water quite dark because I noticed in the one I did earlier this morning, the light was just a bit too fierce in the middle, but you can do what you like with it, as I say. Just a wee impression of a sky and a beach, and I just rather like the colours. Nice kind of petrol blue and greens together there, which is quite nice. So I want to show some of these blues coming through again. I'm closing off as much of the light now as I can so that it shows this dark bit coming down. So I'm going to see how far I can go over here with these. Thing is, when you touch that, it makes that go lighter, so you've just got to be careful. A good thing though, putting the white down, because it lets me put some of these colours reflecting in here a little bit as well. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take some white and put the white right up here. And if I get enough of that white up there, on it, I can put that green straight onto it like that. And then when you've got some of that left, you can just streak some of that through. That's a viridian green going straight on now. Beautiful that colour, it's lovely next to the lilac as well. So what I'm going to do now is going to take this big brush and just smooth some of these together. Actually, what I might do is get a little bit of the pink coming through there as well. So you're just kind of picking up quite a lot of the colours. Getting a bit darker there now. Then I suppose when it's a bit drier, you could do it now, but it's pretty wet. When it's a bit drier, you can go in there with your phthalo blue and you can use phthalo green as well. It's quite near to this as well. And just get a nice wee sharp horizon. It's a bit wet now to do this. Okay, but I think I'll leave it there like that. I might just smooth it out a little bit there. Sometimes you can take the light and just, or vice versa. You don't want to do too much to that. One of the things I did want to do though, just to finish with, was get a bit more white, and all my brushes are caked in different colours, so I'll not get nice whites, so I'm just putting them on with my finger there now. That's a sort of feature bit of it, if you like. And you can just take your brush just to finish off and just smoke it in a little bit. So there you are, that's your picture. I'll just let you see that. I hope you can see that alright. Okay, hope you enjoyed that. Bye bye.